Welcome back. In this video, we will talk on how to manage SOA composite using WLST. We will see how to deploy, undeploy, start, stop, or retire the composites in SOA. Sometimes EM console takes time when it is not optimized correctly, so this can become handy to quickly perform activities from the backend. Also, when you want to perform operation on multiple composites, this method is going to save lots of efforts. In the previous videos, we had written very interesting WLST scripts, and I recommend to watch those videos as well. All the links are present in the description, you can check. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to check out my channel for more interesting videos related to WebLogic administration and SOA development. So let us begin. We will initiate the WLST, and for that we'll run java weblogic.wlst. So first thing we'll try to do is to list deployed composites. So we are connected to offline mode and we are going to run list deployed composites function. So this is the function, that is SCA underscore list deployed composites, and here you will have to mention the host name, which is localhost in our case. You'll have to mention the port, that is 7004 for the SOA server, and here we are mentioning the username, and here we have our password. So you can see we have a composite, that is hello project, and this is the revision number, which is deployed on default partition. So let us see how to undeploy this composite. For that we'll have to run undeploy composite, and this is the function. Here you'll have to mention the URL, that is host name and the port, and this is the port for the SOA server. Here we have the name of composite and this is the revision number. Now it is asking us to enter the username, that is weblogic, and we'll mention the password, that is welcome1. And you can see that the undeployment of the composite has been completed. So let's verify this in the EM console. And you can see we are in the EM console under deployed composite tab, and we'll refresh this from here. And you can see the composite has been undeployed from here as well, and no composites are found. So let's try to deploy the composite using SCA underscore deploy composite function. To deploy the composite, we can use SCA deploy composite function. For some reason, it is not visible in the terminal completely. So let's see that in the notepad. And here you can see the function. We have this URL of our SOA server. Here we have a path for the jar file. You can see here we are mentioning the username, the password, and also the partition. So if you are not mentioning the partition, the default will be the default partition. And let's try to run and see whether it is able to deploy the composite or not. So our deployment has been completed. Let's verify in the EM console. Here we'll refresh, and you can see we have our composite here after the refresh. So the deployment was successful. There is one more way to undeploy the composite where we can pass username password in the function itself. So let's try to undeploy again. So here we have the function. You can see the URL of the server, name of the composite, revision number, username, password you can mention in the function itself, and the partition. Let's try to run this. And you can see the undeployment was successful. Let us deploy our composite again so that we can see rest of the operations on our composite. So our deployment has been completed. Next method we are going to see is stop composite. So if you want to stop a composite, you can use SC underscore stop composite. And you can see this is the function definition. Here we have the name of the function. Here we have the host name. Here we have the port number for SOA. You'll have to mention username, password, then composite name, revision number, and the partition. So let's hit enter. So our composite is stopped. Let us see in the EM console. Let's refresh and you can see it is down now. Similarly, you can start it again by using sc underscore start composite. So let's hit enter. And the definition of the function is similar. We have hostname, port number, username, password, composite name, revision number, and the partition. Let us see this in the EM console. Let's refresh. Now we'll try to retire the composite. So the difference between stop and retire is when you retire the composite, it will complete all the ongoing instances, but it won't allow new instances in the composite. But when you stop the composite, it will stop all the instances as well. So let's try to retire our composite using retire composite function. And this is the definition for retire composite. It is just similar to our previous functions. So let's hit enter. So composite has been retired. Let's verify in the EM console. And you can see the mode is retired. Now to activate this again, you can use activate function. So let's see that as well. So this is the definition for activate composite, which is similar to retire composite. So let's do it. And when we refresh our EM console, we will be able to see that the composite is activated and you can see it is activated now. Now we'll see how to export the composite. So to export the composite, you can run this function, that is export composite. You'll have to mention the URL for the SOA server. Here we are mentioning all. All means all post deployment changes. You have three more options here, that is property. Property means property related post deployment changes. There is one more option, that is runtime. It means runtime related changes like metadata changes. So last operation is null, which exports the original composite and it excludes post deployment changes. So let's see this. And our export is completed. Let's verify. So we'll go to the export path and you can see the composite has been exported here. Similarly, we can export only the updates using export updates function. So this is the syntax on your screen. And here we'll mention the URL, the mode, which is similar to which we discussed for the previous function. Here we are mentioning all. Here we are mentioning the path where we want to save the updates. Next is the name of composite. This is the revision. This is the username, password, and the partition. So let's try to export updates. And you can see it is giving us an error, that is cannot find any post deployment updates. So we are going to change something in the composite so that we can run this function again. So let's go to EM and let's go inside this composite. So we are inside our composite. Now we'll go to the settings and here we'll do some changes in the audit levels. Instead of inherit, we are going to select production and let's confirm it. So we have made a change in the audit level and let's try to run that function again. So you can see export update is successful now and we can check in the path again and the update has been exported. And now we'll try to import the update using this jar. But before that, we'll revert the change in the EM console. So let us go to settings and we'll change it to inherit again. So when we import our update, it should again change it to production. So this is the syntax for the import updates. Here again, all the parameters are similar to export updates. Let's try to run this. So our import update has been successful. Now we'll go to EM console and verify this again. So let's go to our project. We'll go to settings and you can see it is back to production again after importing updates. So these are some useful functions which we can run in the offline mode. Now we will be seeing some functions so that we can run those functions in the online mode. To run function in the online mode, we will connect. So now we are connected to admin server and we will try to create a partition. So this is the function to create partition. And you can see it is not able to find the folder in the lifecycle mbin because we are connected to admin server. So we'll disconnect and connect to SOA server again. To connect back, we will now pass our URL for the SOA server, then username, and then password. So you can see the sequence of parameters are wrong. And I have got this error in the comment section also. So we'll correct the sequence and try to connect our SOA server again. The correct sequence is username, password, and then the connection URI. And you can see now we are connected to SOA. And now we'll try to create the partition. So we'll run SCA create partition here. And this is the name of the new partition, that is new. So let's hit enter. And you can see the SOA folder was successfully created. Let's see. So we'll go to SOA infrastructure and then we'll go to the folder. And here you can see we have two folders now and the new partition has been created successfully. Now you can delete the partition using SCA underscore delete partition. So let's try to do this. And our partition has been deleted successfully. Let's verify. We'll refresh. And you can see the partition has been deleted. If you want to stop all the composite in a partition, you can use stop composite in partition function. So there can be a requirement where you have many composite in a folder and you want to stop all of it. So you can run this command and it will stop all of it in a single shot. So let's see that. But as you can see in our case, we only have one composite in the folder, but we'll try to run that and see. So this is the function stop composite in partition and you'll have to mention the name of partition, that is default. So all composites in that folder were successfully stopped. Let's verify. So there is one composite, so it will be stopped and you can see it is down now. Similarly, you can bring all the composites up in a folder by using start composites in partition. So let's see that. And here all composite in that folder are successfully started. We can verify and you can see it is started again. You can also retire all the composite in a partition in the similar fashion. So this is the function to retire composites. And also you can activate back using SCA activate composite in partition function. And you can see that is activated successfully. In last, we can also list partition using SCA list partitions. So this is the function for the same. And you can see there is only one partition in the SOA infra, that is default. So that's it for this video. In this video, we have seen multiple functions and how to use them. You can also write a script and use it as per the requirement. If you want to see how to write WLST script, you can again check all the previous videos in the series. We have total 8 videos in the WLST series. If you found this video helpful, please like my video, subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for the further notification. And if you want to suggest a topic so that I can cover it, you can put that in the comment section. Thank you.